everyone else.
Here I am talking into the idea that I think McDaniel's a better coach than Stefanski. But, like, I think so much higher of McDaniel than most people. But I don't think most people think it is, but I definitely do.
Yeah, I think Chris Greer made a lot of roster choices. I don't think he was an idiot, but I think he made a lot of roster decisions that were just as...
I just wanted to be mean.
Just as baffling as what Andrew Barry's done. And yet, Mike McDaniel's floor in Miami was 7 wins. Like, I don't think Tua, the more he got injured, the more concussions he had.
The Cleveland Browns just shocked the entire NFL world. They've requested an interview with a 30-year-old offensive coordinator, Grant Udinsky, for their head coaching job. This isn't just a bold move. Sources indicate they're preparing to offer him a massive, unprecedented contract. Why such a risky gamble on someone with very little experience? As a coordinator, a figure the media has already dubbed the boy child of the future, this insane decision is solely about committing the next decade to one player, Shedeur Sanders. This isn't about traditional coaching hires. It's a calculated, mind-bending bet on a future nobody saw coming. The reverberations are already shaking the league. Andrew Barry, the Browns GM, is no stranger to unconventional paths himself. He became the youngest GM in NFL history at just 34, facing a storm of criticism that he was too young, unready, and a mistake. But Barry learned a critical lesson. Age matters less than vision, and being young can actually be an advantage if you dare to think differently. This personal history directly explains his audacious move with Udinsky. He isn't seeing an experience. He's seeing a golden opportunity, a chance to prove the doubters wrong once again. Echoing his own journey, this isn't just a hire, it's a mirror of Barry's unconventional rise. The logic laid out by Cleveland radio analysts is stark. Those who get jobs young, often against traditional expectations, are precisely the ones most likely to give similar opportunities to others. Barry, having been underestimated due to his youth, now stands in a position to pay it forward. But this isn't merely an act of mentorship. This is a cold, strategic calculation. It's about finding the perfect coach whose career development timeline aligns seamlessly with the crucial development timeline of their star quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. The implications for the franchise's direction are monumental. Consider the stark contrast. Hiring a 55-year-old established coach means you're getting someone with perhaps 5 to 7 years left before retirement or moving on. That's one contract cycle. If immediate success doesn't materialize, you're back to square one, restarting quarterback development. But with a 30-year-old Udinsky, the Browns secure a coach who can literally grow alongside Shedeur for the next 10 to 15 years. His entire career trajectory becomes directly intertwined with Shedeur's success, guaranteeing a level of patience an older coach might not offer. This is a generation-defining partnership. The massive contract for Udinsky isn't just a generous offer, it's a strategic handcuff. It's designed to lock him into Cleveland for the long haul, ensuring he doesn't jump ship after 2 years if he proves successful. This move is all about preempting the market. If Udinsky succeeds with Shedeur, he'll become the hottest commodity in the league. By offering an irresistible long-term deal now, while unproven, Andrew Barry secures a decade of coaching stability. He prevents a bidding war and protects his franchise quarterback's future. It's a remarkably aggressive play. This unprecedented hire embodies a high-stakes boom-or-bust mentality. If Udinsky succeeds, Andrew Barry will be hailed as a genius, the GM who identified the next great coaching talent before anyone else. He'll secure his own job for another decade, but if it fails, Barry's job might have been on the line anyway, after next season, so why not swing for the fences? This strategy aligns perfectly with the desperate need for a game-changing move, turning a potential disaster into an opportunity for career-defining glory. The pressure is immense. The radio analysts perfectly captured this high-risk, high-reward approach. You want to be the guy that hired Sean McVay before he's Sean McVay. If it works out, you keep your job for a very long time. If it doesn't, you are likely out of a job anyway. This isn't just about personal ambition for Barry. It inherently means the entire Browns organization becomes aligned around one singular mission: Shedeur Sanders' development. No excuses, no shifting blame. Everyone's career success is now inextricably linked to Shedeur's performance, creating an unparalleled environment for growth. An established coach with a long resume and multiple options can always find an excuse if things go south. They blame the roster, the GM, or the ownership, then simply move on. not Grant Udinsky. If he fails in Cleveland, his aspirations for another head coaching job will vanish. His entire coaching career, his professional identity, is riding on making this partnership with Shedeur Sanders work. That intense make-or-break commitment is precisely the kind of unwavering dedication a young franchise quarterback needs during his most critical developmental years. Let's talk about Udinsky's actual, albeit limited, resume. He's worked with Trevor Lawrence this season, a former #1 pick navigating NFL complexities. Last year, he worked with Sam Darnold, a reclamation project who found a surprising resurgence in Minnesota. This isn't insignificant. Udinsky possesses experience developing a high-pedigree young quarterback, and crucially, resurrecting a career that was faltering. This unique blend is precisely what Shedeur Sanders needs, a top-tier talent whose draft trajectory and early career have faced intense scrutiny. Udinsky knows both sides of the coin. The media, ever eager to anoint the next boy child of the future, has showered Udinsky with puff pieces, highlighting his communication skills and leadership qualities. But as Cleveland radio hosts bluntly put it, none of this actually matters. You don't know if someone can be a head coach until they're making fourth-quarter decisions in a pressure cooker game. All the glowing features mean nothing when facing the cold, hard reality of NFL sidelines, where narratives are shattered and legacies forged in an instant. The counter-argument to experience matters is undeniable. A robust resume doesn't guarantee success. Kevin Stefanski, with experience and a Coach of the Year award, was fired after going 8-26 over 2 years. So, if traditional experience offers no ironclad guarantee, why not take a calculated chance on someone young who perfectly fits your franchise's urgent needs? The Browns desperately need an offensive-minded coach, not a defensive strategist. They need someone to design plays specifically tailored to maximize Shedeur's unique strengths, not delegate the most critical aspect of the team. This necessity for an offensive guru led radio hosts to lean heavily towards coaches like Mike McDaniel or Dan Pitcher, emphasizing keeping defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz intact. The vision is clear: bring in the next McVay, a young offensive prodigy who can immediately elevate their quarterback. Andrew Berry isn't just hiring a coach, he's betting on a transformational figure, someone who can replicate the instant offensive spark and innovative play calling defining successful modern offenses. This is a gamble on innovation, not iteration. The comparison to Sean McVay is strikingly precise. McVay was also 30 years old when the Rams hired him, facing widespread criticism for his youth and perceived inexperience. People scoffed, declared him unready, yet he led the Rams to 2 Super Bowl appearances, winning 1. Suddenly, those same critics lauded the Rams as geniuses for taking that bold chance. Andrew Berry is attempting to bottle that exact lightning, to find his own McVay before the rest of the league even realizes what a talent they have. It's a bold historical echo, a playbook for unprecedented success. There's another unspoken layer to this high-stakes decision, briefly touched upon by radio hosts: Andrew Berry's own job security. The suggestion he might be on his last leg as an NFL GM in this iteration adds a potent dynamic. If his job is truly on the line, he's incentivized to make the most impactful game-changing move possible, even if unconventional. Hiring Udinsky is that swing for the fences. If it works, Berry saves his career and becomes a legend. If it fails, he was likely gone anyway. The stakes couldn't be higher. This boomer-bust mentality perfectly aligns the GM's personal stakes with the team's long-term future. An established coach might have other options if things sour, but for Udinsky, Cleveland is the ultimate make-or-break opportunity. His entire career hinges on Shedeur Sanders' success. This creates unparalleled mutual dependence and motivation. The GM needs the coach to succeed to keep his job, and the coach needs the QB to succeed for a career. It's a symbiotic relationship that aims for maximum commitment, a strategic alignment few other organizations can boast. Radio hosts even poked fun at Udinsky's appearance, joking he looks like a fifth-generation Kennedy or a finance bro with trust fund money due to his immaculate hair. One quipped he had a punchable face. This highlights a deeper issue. NFL culture often values gruff, intimidating, stereotypical football coaches. Udinsky doesn't fit that mold. But for Andrew Berry, a young GM who also defies traditional archetypes, this might not be a deterrent. In fact, it could be a selling point for a franchise striving to modernize its image and culture. This perception issue draws parallels to Mike McDaniel, who many in the old school football establishment dislike because he's not coach-like. He wears expensive watches, capris, and vapes. Critics dismiss him as a run-game coordinator, not a head coach. Yet, McDaniel took Tua Tagovailoa, a quarterback many had written off, and turned him into an MVP candidate for 2 consecutive seasons. His creative play calling and explosive offense silenced the doubters. The results spoke for themselves, proving that unconventional looks and methods can yield extraordinary success in the modern NFL. Imagine what Udinsky, with his experience developing Lawrence and rehabilitating Darnold, could achieve with Shedeur Sanders if he channels even half of McDaniel's magic. Shedeur possesses superior arm talent, better pocket presence, and arguably better decision-making than Tagovailoa. The potential is astronomical. Barry isn't just hiring a coach, he's hiring a catalyst. Betting Udinsky can unlock Shedeur's full, franchise-altering potential. This isn't just about winning games next season, it's about shaping the destiny of the entire organization for the foreseeable future, making a generational impact. The long-term massive contract is the linchpin of this entire strategy. If Udinsky were hired on a modest short-term deal and then exploded with Shedeur in year 1, every team would come calling, offering more money, more control, and better situation. The Browns would face an immediate, impossible battle to retain him. By locking him up now before he's a proven commodity, Barry ensures Udinsky's financial security, linking his career path to Cleveland. He gives him no reason to leave, no matter what other opportunities arise. This is masterful, long-range organizational planning. This forward-thinking approach, prioritizing stability and loyalty over established credentials, is why this Grant Udinsky hire, as unconventional and risky as it appears, might actually be the smartest, most strategic move for Shedeur Sanders' future. It's a commitment to a vision, a bet on potential, and a declaration that traditional norms won't dictate their path to success. They are charting an entirely new course, one built around a young quarterback and a young coach growing together, forging a legacy. The Browns are actively trying to redefine what an NFL head coach looks like and acts like. They are challenging the old guard, moving beyond tired stereotypes of gruff, intimidating figures. This is a deliberate shift towards a more modern, analytical, and quarterback-centric approach. Udinsky, with his perceived finance bro aesthetic and youth, is the perfect symbol of this paradigm shift. He represents a future where innovative minds, regardless of age or traditional appearance, are prioritized, ushering in a new era of coaching philosophy and team building. This audacious strategy sends a clear message throughout the league. The Browns are willing to break every rule, challenge every convention, and swing for the fences to build a championship contender around Shedeur Sanders. They aren't settling for safe, predictable choices. They are embracing the high-risk, high-reward path, believing that true greatness often lies beyond established boundaries. This isn't just a coaching search, it's a statement of intent, a bold declaration of their ambition and unwavering faith in their young quarterback's potential. So the ultimate question remains, would you rather have a 55-year-old established coach with a proven limited track record and only 5 years left before retirement? Or would you gamble on a 30-year-old offensive coordinator, unproven but brimming with potential, who can grow alongside Shedeur for the next decade? Building a dynasty, is hiring a 30-year-old head coach the boldest, most genius move Cleveland could make? Or is Andrew Barry setting himself up for an epic disaster? Well, the football world is watching, waiting for the answer.